Morgan dollars, I love them, and the survey from the U.S. Mint says, well, a lot of you love them too. It is the most popular coin ever issued by the U.S. Mint. And tonight, boy, do I have a special. Two coins from the same mint, New Orleans, the only Southern mint, turn of the century pieces, which is a kind of a fun thing, 1900 and 1901. And wow, when you look at the quality. I had them just send down a roll of each and put as many as they could on the set for this conversation tonight. Look at how beautiful they are. Look at how consistent they are. And then there is one coin that's the end of the roll that I had to include just because it's just a fun thing to see. But you're going to notice one coin's a little bit yellowed towards the end here. And that is the coin that was at the end of the paper roll. These were in yellow paper rolls, everybody. And over time, the paper oxidizes with moisture and it goes on to the porous coin. You'll notice like on that one, the outside edge is a little yellow, proving its originality. These are gorgeous. Only a couple of rolls each. A gentleman had them, was looking to do some swapping, wanted to move into a couple of other areas. He had extra coins, so we had a swap, and it was a great deal for both of us. We both walked away smiling giddy, I guarantee it. But look at the set right now. See them all? And you see that one little coin that's a little bit more yellow. You can just tell the difference. Blast White Beauty's eye appeal is the next wave in collecting. It's been out there in a lot of coins, right? CAC has been out there forever, but that could be an ugly coin or a nice coin. It was just a reaffirming of the grade. Sight White is out there on the older coins, Bob Paul's process, and that has coins at 15 to 20% premiums when they look gorgeous, right? And now they added that to the grading books, and they added that to the dealer trading as well. It's a column that just says, are they Blast White? And if they are, they sell for a big premium. Now, my competition sells just these two coins, the 1900 and the 1901 New Orleans Morgan dollars at $159 on the 01 and $143 on the 00. Just for random coins. These are Blast White Beauties, choice. Just look at them, as you can see, and we are under 100. And they're the premium eye appeal. Crazy. Love them. Now, the other nickname of New Orleans is the hand-me-down mint, right? Because, again, the East Coast and West Coast were pounding out coins, but the more functional mint, the one that was needed more so was, well, where's everybody congregating to go west? They didn't hop on a plane back in the 1880s, right? They got on a train, they got on a wagon, and they kind of went west. They might have hopped on a ship, went around the Gulf and ended up somewhere in New Orleans, and then they go up to Mississippi and out west, right? So the hub of commerce in the middle of the country during our expansion was New Orleans. I love that coin, by the way. That's just me. So finding old mint coins is special. Now, there's something else that we have to talk about because it's relevant, very relevant to the years 1900 and 1901. First of all, that is the Morgan dollar ended in 1904 and then was brought back in 21. The New Orleans Mint closed in 1909, so it was not brought back in 1921. There are 26 New Orleans minted Morgan dollars. These are at the end of that lifeline. In 1918, during World War I, President Woodrow Wilson, to aid the Allies and us with the war effort going on. At that time, the war of all wars, right? World War I, the Trench War. Passed what they call the Pittman Act. It melted 60% of all Morgan dollars. So let's talk about that logically, right? They didn't keep records of which ones were and which ones weren't, just that we melted 60% of them, right? Well, if you look at the calendar, so to speak, of 1878 when they started and all the way through 1904 when it ended, you look at the respective mints, Philadelphia, San Francisco, New Orleans, Carson City, the only four mints that struck the vintage coin. And you think of the logic. We build a barn or a vault to put our coins in after they're struck, right? What coins are by the door? The ones that were just made. When you opened up in 1879, you didn't stop by the door and drop all your bags. You went to the back, right, and put all those bags back there. And then as you're filling up the vault, the more recent coins will be at the end, which means when they're melting stuff, they're going to grab the stuff closest to the door because, again, they don't want to go all the way in there and do all the extra work. It's just logic. And now the grading services prove that. Because if you look at how many coins NGC has seen, if you take 60%, it drops you off somewhere in the 1880s. Right? On the New Orleans Mint side. 83, 84, 85. Love those coins. NGC has certified 302,000, 486,000, 461,000 of those coins individually. Special coins. Very special today. Price the same, by the way. But then you look at these two coins. And look at how many NGC has seen. 105,000 and 83,000. Which is why the prices are different, right? We're looking at 143 from our competitor and 159 from our competitor. Drastically different. So they're all the same coin. They all sell for the same relative price point. But when you look at how many are known today, which are populations, NGC, PCGS, etc., like I just referenced, that's the difference. So having an 83, 84, and 85, I have them. I know many of you have them as well. But when you look at the difference, for the same price, I want the 00 and the 01. Now, guys, the phones are very busy right now. Thank you. avccoins.com is the place to be. It's my kind of cliche phrase, but it's just another way of ordering with us, smartphone, laptop, etc. Great, great, great way. We will let you know when we get close, and this one is getting close. Guys, I think with that said, we do have to put a 1-minute clock up to wind us down. Lots of people on the phones, lots of people buying pairs. The your choice means, though, you don't have to. If you only want to buy one, they have one mint. Thank you. We'd love to do some business. But talk about originality in these two. I mean, you can see the outside edges have a little bit yellow toning, colorization, which just proves they're original from that paper roll we talked about. We are showing you the end of that roll right there, just for reference sake, just because that's kind of how it happens. They're wrapped up in paper and stored, in this case, for 120 years. Somebody was a steward and kept it that way. So this gentleman we bought it from didn't crack it open and put it into a plastic tube. He kept it in that paper roll. What a great opportunity. Look at the detail. Wow. Outright wow. And again, my competition at 143, my competition at 159, and tonight this special for these choice coins were only $89.95. It's one of the best buys in the show. Thanks for listening.